DeVos! No DeVos! No DeVos! No DeVos! No DeVos!
So what's your number one concern about Betsy DeVos as education secretary if she were to actually get confirmed?
So my number one concern is that she's had no experience working in the public school sector, and yet she wants to dismantle it, and she's worked her entire career to dismantle public education and give money to charter schools and vouchers. And then when she talked about IDEA, the Disability Act, Education Act, I have a lot of students who benefit from IDEA, and to say that it's a state decision even though they're getting federal money. So some states can be great with it, and some states can not care about individual disabilities, and that's not acceptable to me. That's not acceptable.
Her lack of any tangible experience with public education. I don't care if she went personally public school. That's not the issue. Is that she doesn't know anything about public school. She doesn't actually have the qualifications to be hired as a school administrator. And if she couldn't be hired as a school administrator, why in the world would we put her in charge of the entire Department of Education?
My biggest concern is that Senator Lamar Alexander only let the senators ask 5 minutes of questions. And I've been following most of the hearings, and that was not typical. Most of the chairmen let senators ask multiple rounds of questions and for longer than 5 minutes. And I just find that he basically doesn't want the public to hear from Betsy DeVos, because although the senators could ask questions, written questions, we, the public, don't get to hear the answers to those questions. So that's the main reason I'm here.
Well, as a special education teacher, Betsy DeVos does not realize that IDEA, or the Individuals with Disabilities Act, is actually a federal law and not left up to the states. So the fact that she didn't know that at all, to me, as an educator, let alone a special education teacher, is very concerning.
She supports choice even where it doesn't make sense. I mean, I prefer for evidence to determine where school choice makes sense. I do believe in a separation of church and state, and so using vouchers for parochial education, I think, goes against the grain of bringing America together and ensuring equity in education and making sure that everybody has religious freedom. So my question to DeVos is, maybe this works for Christian schools, but do vouchers work for Islamic schools? Do they work for Jewish schools? And it's not clear to me that her thinking goes that far.